Hello everyone. So today in this today session we will discuss it's about like how to create your first application. Hope you created a trial version. So post creation of the trial version, so you have to log into the IBM portal again. So here is a URL. You can just click on reload. Mainly it's called as a SaaS portal. So for the SaaS portal you need to use the login credential which you created as part of the trial version creation. Here you need to enter your login ID. So post entering your login ID, it will log into the SaaS portal. Yeah, the portal will looks like this. So it's mainly the first page of BAW tool. So here you can, as it's a trial version, you can see here limited options here. So app building, app build automations, and data extraction. Let's create our first application by using the build automations. Under the build automation, you need to click on this create workflow. When you click on that create workflow, it will redirect to another page. Here you can see, create workflows. So as we are building the workflow, so we need to choose the business automation. Under the business automations, there are the three options: decisions, workflow, and external. So if anything ODM service you can, if you want to create, you can use the decision. As we are working on the BPM, so you have to choose the workflow. So when you click on this one, so here you have an option to create. If you have already built applications, then you can import it via TWX file or a .zip file. Example, you have already worked on one application and you want to import it. If you have application file which is in the extensions of .zip or a .twx, then you can use this import option. You can select that .twx file or .zip file to import it. Or let's consider you don't have anything, so you are creating a first time, then you can use this create option. Again, under that you can click on this create. So you have to give your application name. I, I'll just give a loan application as a name. You can give a purpose why you are creating it, or just a short description of your application, and then create. Once you create a application, it will be your process application will get open. In the process application you can see here your application name followed by the components, processes, user interfaces, post automation services. If you have any services created, you can see here. Example, you have a UCS or any events, yes, you can see here. uh, or teams. So if you have any teams created, you can see here. Or if you have any business object created, you can see here. Or if any KPIs are created for your application, you can see here. And you have uploaded any server file or a web file, you can see here. Let's consider you have any toolkit created, common toolkit created, which you can able to see here. And the smart folder, so let's consider you have made any of the services as your favorite, then those services you can access this directly from here. And along with that, the example in the on the same application there are multiple people are working on what's considered, and you will be changing some services and your colleagues will be changing some services from his end. So then you can see here the services which is changed today under the change today section. And if any services changed in the uh, span of week, those services you can see here. And if you click on the here top loan application, it will show you all the services which are created here. Okay, so currently it's a completely a new application, that's the reason you are not able to see any of the new services. But going forward we will create the services, processes with user interfaces we will create, and I'll explain you some of the example related to UCS, teams, and business object. We will work on um, creating a multiple services. So then you will understand how we can create a complete end-to-end application. And the overview section, you can see a short description of your process application and followed by process application name. And if you have created any exposed items, example, you have created a process and you exposed it to the certain teams, so those services you can see here. And let's consider you client side human services, heritage human services, and you expose to some of the teams, then those services you can see here. Okay, and along with that we have a coach designer settings here, themes. Okay, so each bank or any of the project will utilize standard themes. So let's consider we have a HDFC bank. So HDFC banks he will use its own color codings to design their websites. In that such cases, so you can customize your themes, and that nothing but you can create a theme which contain its your own color codings, and you can attach to your application. If you want to maintain some standard color codings, then you can create a theme and you can utilize it throughout the application. Same color codings will be used. Okay, so your portal will be loaded with the same color codings, and your screens will be loaded with the same color codings. Other interfaces will be loaded with the same color codings which you specify in the themes. And next one we have a environment variable. So the environment variable is a section where we will maintain all the environment specific details. So let's consider we have a dev environment, test environment, UAT, and production. So each environment will be having a different URLs. Okay, so let's consider I have a data source which is belongs to dev environment is a different, and UAT and test UAT and production it will be a different. So in that case we can maintain the environment specific detail here. So you can create an environment variables and you can maintain the values. So those values will be changed in the higher environment via process admin console. And servers your application using REST APIs, then those servers details you can maintain here. And so example I'm calling a APIC. Okay, that is nothing but external system. So that external system server details I can maintain here. Okay, and along with that in here you can see top search option. So search option, when you click on it will navigate to the process inspector, so where you can see instance details. Currently we are not created any of the instances, that's the reason you are not able to see anything here. But if you are running any of the processes, so which will internally create the instances, so those instance detail and task detail you can see here. Okay, and again the instance status will be all it might be any of these status. It might be active, completed, failed, suspended, or terminated. Okay, and along with that you can see here application detail, and also like you can filter the instances for a specific date and type. So along with that we have a snapshot here, that nothing but versions. You can create a snapshot by using this option. So just create version. Under that you can give your version name and followed by the description and create version. So mainly this version is maintained for audit trial purpose. Example, they made changes and I want to deploy the changes to the higher environment. Okay, in that case we will be creating a version of that code, and the post creating the snapshot, the same snapshot will be deployed to the higher environment. Okay, and along with that it will be helpful for you are making a changes, then you can take your version and save it and post that again. Your teammate will come, say he will making the changes. On the top of that your changes, so you can create a, version, and you can post that again. So you can create a, version and save it, and post that again. Your teammate will come, say he will making the changes on the on the top of that your changes. So you can create a version, he will also take a snapshot. Okay, then your changes will be included into your colleague changes. Combined together, there will be a new version is available. Okay, that's all about this video. So thank you so much.